And we are live with the StreamerCollabs podcast interview episode extravaganza. My name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Wuzzy. Today I'm here with my co-host,
the Big Yo from aka David, and today our special guest is.
I'm Paul, also known as Paul Delos on Twitch,
uh,
and glad to be here.
yes sir, yes sir. Good shit. How you doing today, Paul?
Yeah.
I'm doing well, Just wanted to join you guys a little bit since I saw this at TwitchCon, and I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and get this done.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Nice.
How was TwitchCon for you, bro?
It was good. I only went for one day, and just saw everyone I wanted to see, and kind of flew in and flew out the same day. So it was a hectic day.
That's
Fair enough, man. Were you let me guess, Saturday?
It's Friday.
Friday. Okay, yeah. Friday was good. Friday was cool. Very, I was gonna say chill. I mean, all the days were chill, but I feel like Friday was a lot less hectic because a lot of the bigger like names like fucking Amaranth, and that's the only name I recognize because everybody else was not really people I watched.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch Amaranth, but you know what I mean. That's the name I recognize. But essentially, Saturday was a lot more busy. But good shit, man. Good shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So for our first question, why did you start streaming?
You know,
And
truthfully, I just got.
inspire you. Oh, my bad.
No one inspired me, but truthfully, like when you asked that question, it's kind of funny because I just started doing it because my friend and I were watching Twitch plays Pokemon, and so I started playing Pokemon. And I'm like, let's do this, let's try it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And truthfully, what happened was I just started doing it, and I've been inconsistent for the better part of like 7 years now.
Okay.
But now it's like I'm doing it more consistently, trying to do a little bit more, just like having fun with it. And truthfully, I think that's the best mindset to have, is to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, a lot of
kind of
people
Pokemon?
get caught up in. Oh yeah, go ahead.
What Pokemon?
Pokemon Red.
Okay. Is that? And I'm not super familiar with Pokemon, so I'm gonna ask: is that on the Switch? Or
No,
are
that's
you,
on the Game Boy. I had an emulator.
That's on the Game Boy. Bro,
Original Game Boy.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Who's your starter?
It was Bulbasaur at the time. Now it's like
W.
it keeps switching to based on what I feel like playing.
That's real. That's real. Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Ghastly.
Ghastly. Okay. Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes, sir. I like fuck. Who is it? It's.
Sorry, hold on.
Is it It's like the beaver looking one. You know who I'm talking about?
Bidoof.
Bidoof. Yep. I fuck with Bidoof heavy, bro. He looks. he's so chill. Him and Piplup.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They had some. I don't know if you saw, but if you saw our booth, like maybe to the right and a little farther back, those directions don't mean anything. But essentially,
no, I remember your booth.
Yeah, there was essentially like this stand where someone was selling like Pokemon in like the actual Pokeballs that you could see through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and they were built on top of like old style Game Boys, which I thought was fucking sick. I would have picked one up.
Yeah.
It was a little out of my budget, but if I remember their name, I would have. Because I only saw them after TwitchCon ended. But no, shout out them, bro. They make some quality shit
around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They make some quality shit. But for our next question, what advice would you give to someone who's just starting streaming? So, like, let's say this dude comes up to you. Let's say this kid comes up to you. He's got the little propeller hat, the big lollipop, and the suspenders. He's like, I want to start streaming. What do I do? What advice can you give me, bro?
Take your time and don't expect to be famous right away, because truthfully, it is a long grind sometimes to get going.
Yep.
And truthfully, it's like you gotta be consistent. You gotta be your own marketer. I think that's the biggest thing that people don't tell you, is that you have to market your own stuff. I mean, if you don't market and truthfully you don't do that, you don't like find ways to network, you don't find ways to connect with other people.
Yep.
And truthfully, that's kind of like the big thing, is that networking and marketing are the two biggest things that people don't tell you about when you start streaming. So you gotta kind of have to figure that out on your own, like how you're gonna market your stream and how to get your name out there. Because truthfully, that's kind of like the biggest challenge for a lot of streamers, is getting their name out there.
Cool, man.
And how do you find yourself marketing your stuff?
You know, truthfully, this is something I just started coming up with, and like that's why I've been in and off for 7 years. I mean, truthfully, but now it's like you got to come up with a YouTube channel. You got to like repurpose your content. I think that's the biggest thing, is that you got to repurpose into TikTok. You got to repurpose into YouTube Shorts. You got to repurpose into YouTube. You got to repurpose all this stuff. And truthfully, this is you gotta use the multiple platforms and kind of hopefully something hits. And that's the thing is that it can feel like a crapshoot sometimes and hoping that something hits. But
Yep.
if you do it consistently, like I think I have a few videos on YouTube that have got like consistently 300 views. So
Nice.
it's like
Nice, man.
it's a small thing, but truthfully, like if you do it consistently and you focus on quality content versus just kind of getting content out there,
Yep.
Yeah.
if you just focus on heavily just doing good stuff rather than just getting stuff out there, it's better to kind of not have a schedule. I mean, that this goes against what people say. It's better to not have a schedule and be on your A game rather than to be on your schedule and have like C level stuff. So I think
Yeah.
Yep.
that's why I think that's the biggest advice I could give someone. And truthfully, that's how I get my name out there. Is just kind of repurposing my stuff. And I still haven't gotten TikTok because truthfully, I haven't found anything that's good right now. And I think that's the biggest thing is I haven't found any content that's be like, oh, that's good for TikTok and
Hmm.
a lot of long form. I do a lot more long form stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like that takes a little more time, but the short stuff I haven't found anything that's really good for it right now. So that's what I'm because I play a lot of Tekken. So it's like
Okay.
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 Nice, man.
I the new Tekken, right?
yeah,
I think it's like
eight.
Tekken 8. Yeah.
How's that treating you?
It's good. And right now I'm just on the rank grind and go to local tournaments, and it's good because I
Oh
want to compete
shit.
in Evo next year. So,
Okay.
it's one of those things where I feel, there's a couple moments I feel that I can put on shorts. It's just a matter of just like finding them and repurposing them.
Okay.
Nice.
Good shit. And I was gonna ask about tournaments because a lot of folks that come onto the cast that play Tekken, they're talking about tournaments, running tournaments, wanting to start joining tournaments. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the vibe like at a Tekken tournament? Is it like super toxic or is it chill? What are we
Oh,
feeling?
it's super chill. Like you'll be
Okay.
Yeah.
surprised
Okay.
how chill it is. Like I think people associate like tournaments like now everyone's super chill. Everyone wants to help. Like that's the vibe in Vegas. So that's kind of like Vegas is a very good scene that I feel like they've been very welcoming
Mm-hmm.
for
Hmm.
someone who's new. And I feel they're really helpful and everything else. So yeah, no, it's not as toxic as you think because everyone like even if there's someone toxic there, they get squashed by people who
Yeah.
aren't as toxic, and the better
Yep.
players will basically the better players won't be as toxic.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's real as fuck, man. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. What other do you play any other fighting games too, or like Mortal Kombat or anything else?
Truthfully, like I just got into Street Fighter right
Okay.
now. Like I'm in training mode there, trying to learn combos and everything else, trying to learn like how the game plan is. And truthfully, it's a lot different game from Tekken because of the 3D versus 2D space,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot fast. And Street Fighter is a lot faster, so it's
Hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of adjustments I got to make for that. But and then once I get a grasp of Street Fighter, I'll go to Guilty Gear, and once 2XKO comes out, that's another game. So I have a couple games on my fighting game list that I want to start up because I just started playing fighting games this year in July. So
Oh shit.
Okay. Cool.
Damn.
Cool.
Real as fuck, man.
And would you say that's like your most streamed genre,
I was
fighting
just yeah.
games, or do you like mostly? Are you variety? What would you say your most streamed genre is?
I would say I'm a variety right now, but at the same time, I kind of want to move into more focused content, which is fighting games, because it's
Okay.
just like there's a lot of like learning involved, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what I think that's the biggest thing I can offer people is like, look, I'm a starter. I just started in July, so I just want to kind of like go with the concept that I'm very much someone who's learning the game with you. So I want to like kind of push that concept of being a learner on the fly.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Cool.
dope.
Cool.
How would you say you balance streaming and TikTok and like making long form content and YouTube shorts and all? How would you balance that with like your personal life?
Truthfully, the personal life, it's one of those things you just gotta like make time for it. I think
Mm-hmm.
I work at 9 to 5 and I'm off on weekends. So like if I really want to make a YouTube video, I say Saturday is the day.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean I
Yeah.
focus so Saturday and and truthfully like I'm trying to find ways to get YouTube shorts and Instagram reels and TikToks and everything. I'm trying to like go through VODs and trying to find the right find the right clips for it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing right now is that's a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie and say it's
Yeah.
easy, but
Yeah.
I mean it's just a lot of balancing act that you gotta do and everything else. So you just gotta find time, and when you make time for something, you invest the time in it. And I think that's the important thing is that you just gotta say, I'm gonna do it. And if you don't do it, then no one's gonna blame except you, and when you're not growing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, man. And that's the thing. Like when you said just, you got to make the time, that shit resonates with me because like I work a job, I'm in school, and I've noticed the content creation cheese slipping off the cracker, so it's kind of like trying to fight that and get right back in the saddle, but it's difficult sometimes, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. And
Like,
truthfully, like, and it comes down to this, like, you gotta like, you really gotta plan out your time. Like, if you don't plan out your time, like, if you don't plan out, like, even if you have like 2 hours on a Saturday, just script for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or film an intro, do something that moves the project along. That's the best advice I could give is like, do something that'll move the project along, even if you don't finish it. Just move the project
just make
into
progress.
another stage.
I like that. Yeah, just make progress, man. Just little steps. Little
The
steps.
journey of 1,000 miles
Yup.
begins with one step. You know who
Yep.
said that? Lao Tzu.
Mhm.
And also Rafiki from Lion King 1.5 before Mama Meerkat stepped on bro's foot. I don't know how many of y'all have seen Lion King 1.5. Most of y'all seen the first one. Maybe sleeping on the sequel, but you know,
The like half sequel.
the half sequel.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting because like nobody asked for it, but it ended up being a decent direct to DVD movie. Like Disney's got some sleeper hits. Like
Mhm.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
a couple of sleeper hits. Like what would you say your favorite Disney movie is, Paul? Do you fuck with Disney?
I'd say Aladdin.
That's a
That's a
solid ass.
classic.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
such a
solid.
good
Yeah.
movie, dude.
Yeah,
Robin Williams, just the cast, the entire the
that whole
plot, the
cast is
setting.
fire.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, they got Gilbert Godfrey as the parrot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That rest in power, bro, because he's that shit was crazy. But yeah, Gilbert
Solid,
Godfrey.
yeah.
I was gonna do an impression, but then I was like, maybe it's a little soon for that.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to scare Paul off just yet, but like, nah, man, that's a great movie though. What about you, David?
shit, I'm thinking like Toy Story, like the
Mm-hmm.
first one. The first one was like, I don't know, that one's still like near and dear to my heart, bro. That was really good. And shit, is Incredibles? That's Disney.
Yeah,
Incredibles.
it's Disney.
Incredibles. Yeah, never mind. Incredibles.
If you want to get it, if you want to get into like the nitty gritty, people be like, it's technically that's
Actually, it's
Pixar.
Yeah.
It's under the same umbrella, bro. To be
Mhm.
fair, you could say fucking the Monday Night Football is your favorite Disney movie because that
Oh
shit's
shit,
under
that's on
Disney too.
Disney now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fox. Like I think
Oh my god,
Fox Sports. Yeah,
ESPN.
ESPN. That's Disney.
that's crazy.
Most of
When
the
did
shit
that
we
happen?
enjoy is
I've
Disney.
been living under a rock, bro. Do not keep up with this shit.
Amen.
crazy, bro.
Amen. Amen. But that was it for all of our content creation questions. Now we're gonna ask you a couple questions, you know, that aren't really content creation, but kind of sorta in the same vein.
All
Starting
right.
off, I wanted to ask if you could live in one video game world for a week, where would it be?
Ooh. Probably Persona 5.
Really?
Be a high
Hmm.
schooler again.
That
Okay.
sounds honestly, high school was I'm gonna be honest, niggas was mean. Like I was homeschooling, but like,
Mhm.
you know, going out and hanging out with other high schools, like, damn,
Oh, look,
y'all are kind of mean.
assholes, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, but I want to like, that's that world seems cool. Just like, and also living in Japan would be nice, and being a student in
Yeah.
Japan would
Mhm.
be different, just a different environment for me. So it would be something different. That's why I went with that.
You trying to go to Japan?
I've been to Japan.
Really? What's it like?
Oh,
Is
it's
it nice?
cool. Yeah, it's really nice. Really
Nice.
easy to get around, and surprisingly, if you stay in Tokyo, you'll be surprised how much English can get you. Because I don't speak Japanese, so
Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think if I visited Japan, I think the one thing, and I'm gonna ask you about this, the thing I'm most excited for is the food.
I was
oh
about to
yeah.
I
say
follow a bunch of
that food,
TikTokers
bro.
that are like
Hmm.
traveling Japan, Korea, Vietnam. They like he stayed this one guy I follow, he stayed in Japan for like 2, 3 months and he was just like reviewing all this food. I was like, this looks delicious. So what's your go-to order in Japan?
Yeah.
What are we
Uh,
fucking with?
there's
reaching
you
for
know
me.
you can't go wrong with sushi, ramen, and curry. But
Yup.
you'll be surprised how much you can get by on 7-Eleven.
Yup.
7-Eleven
That's what I've heard. That's what
in
I've heard.
Japan. Okay.
Yeah, you can get
Yes.
by on 7. Their 7-Elevens are lit. They
Oh,
are
word.
really good in terms of just like the options they have. Their snacks, they got egg sandwiches. They got everything for you.
Damn.
I was finna
Bro,
ask
I'm
you,
sleeping on
Paul,
7-Eleven.
about those egg sandwiches, bro. How was it? Was it as
Oh,
good
it's
as they
great.
say?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
because the eggs are just different in Japan. They just hit differently.
Okay.
Yup. Because they're using that good mayo, the Kewpie mayo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing. Yup.
Mm.
That shit. That shit blows Hellman out of the water.
Facts. Um. For our next question, would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich. Like truthfully, I can get by without being famous. Like, I mean, it's kind of weird because I'm already kind of like someone whose stuff's out there,
Yeah.
like as a writer.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's very much the way I look at it, I'm like I'd rather be rich and anonymous than someone who's like looking back on it. If I choose a different path of work instead of being a journalist, I probably would have.
Mhm.
But now it's like I'm just used to it. Like that's why like you see my full name on here. I'm like, dude, if you go to NHL.com, you'll see my full name. I've done podcasts for like NHL stuff, so I'm like, yeah, and there's
Nice.
nothing hiding. There's no hiding for me. So it's
Yeah.
just like,
Fair
That's
enough,
fair.
man. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
that's some real shit you just said, bro. Because like at the end of the day, what is fame gonna get you? Like,
Exact, bro.
for example, Hawk Tua. Are you familiar with the Hawk Tua girl and the
yes.
Hawk Tua pod?
Hold
Like,
on.
she's famous.
Hawk
I'm
Tua.
sure
Hawk
she's making
Tua.
her money. No disrespect to her. I'm just saying, I'd rather be a multi-billionaire than just famous. Because fame's cool, but like it gets annoying after a while. But money, that shit is
Money.
forever.
Hey man.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, Buzz, money isn't everything. Yeah, it is. Like the fuck. Not
Money
trying to
makes the world
sound.
go round, man.
I'm just saying, bro. The love of money, that's different. But like money, just the appreciation, the respect of money.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So for our next question,
Yes.
this one's a two-parter: DC or Marvel, and who's your favorite superhero from your choice?
Okay. So it's Marvel and Spider-Man, and
W-
that's
Yup.
generic as hell. That's generic as hell.
No,
But
bro,
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
bro, nothing wrong with that.
Hold on.
but
Which
truthfully,
Spider-Man? No, which Spider-Man?
Miles Morales is probably it.
Yup, yup.
Bro, my fucking
Miles, my goat.
my Miles Morales poster, it just fell off the wall. It goes right there. Bro, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. Miles Morales
Yeah,
is
no.
gold.
I have to go with Miles Morales because he's a little bit more. You can relate to him more when you're reading
Mhm.
his comic.
Yeah, that's
I think because the last movie, I thought about this scene the other day and it made me laugh. He was like, "I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 15 years old." I'm like, my brother in Christ, you're a child. Like he's out here getting active with grown ass adults,
Mm-hmm.
whole ass universes, and he's only 15. I'm like, damn, this nigga kind of cool. Like,
He cooked every other Spider-Man in that movie, bro. He's him.
how
No
do you
glaze.
outsmart?
No glaze.
How do you
He's just
how do
him,
you
bro.
outsmart an entire dimension, multiple dimensions of Peter Parker and Spider-Man? Like all of these guys, most of them are geniuses. Say 98% of them are
Yep.
geniuses. So the fact that he outsmarted all of them is kind of crazy.
That shit was nuts, bro. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
I think
Have you
I'm gonna
played
do
the
my
game?
own thing.
Yeah.
The game was nice. The game was nice.
Still have to
Especially
play
the
too.
Miles Morales was good. I think that was a great game. I
I got
think
98% of this shit.
I got 90% the original, but the original Spider-Man, the one that came out on PS4, that one,
Mhm.
that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There were a couple of scenes, made my throat tighten up a little bit. Felt the, you know that you got to hit that pose when you're trying not to cry. You just got to like stare at the ceiling.
Yeah,
A couple
just
of times that for
keep it
me, I was
together.
like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to swing around and save the city, and like I'm here
Mm-hmm.
feeling shit, like whatever, bro. But it was excellent game,
Whatever, bro.
excellent game. But
Yeah.
no, Spider-Man's the GOAT. What can I say? You say it's basic, but like he's the
Nah,
GOAT
man.
for a reason.
He's the
Yeah.
GOAT.
Yeah.
Especially Miles.
Especially
Especially
Miles,
Miles.
bro. Especially, yeah. For our next question, if you could time travel, which era would you visit and what would you do there?
I go back to Prohibition and be a mafia boss.
That's real as
Damn.
fuck.
Okay.
That's cool as
okay.
fuck.
That's
It's so
that's gangster as fuck. That literally, that's gangster as
Because
fuck.
I was living in Vegas. You kind of just get used to like what it used to be, and that's kind of
yeah.
what I feel would be the life right there.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. On some Godfather shit or like,
Yeah, yeah,
some,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, build the first casino, get rich that way.
Yo,
That's real as fuck, bro. Because it's like
I need to just buy a
go,
casino, bro.
going back in time with all of these ideas and all this knowledge. Be like, yo, what if y'all were just giving your money to me, and I might give you something back? What the
Mm-hmm.
fuck?
Yo. Yeah.
Oh man. Where are you going to, David? Because I have my answer locked and loaded, but I'm not trying to just like.
Oh, I'm going. I don't know. I want to see. I'm going 55 years into the future, and I will be at the first TK concert in 50 years. That man gets
In
out.
50 years.
In 50
Hey,
years, he gets out.
Tamor McIntyre, front row.
But no,
Look at me. I was trying to beat a case. Like,
got
bro's gonna
that
be,
one song, bro.
he's gonna be 8. Is he still producing music?
No,
TK is a
no,
rapper, by
he
the way.
is.
He's
Yeah,
in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in prison. Yeah, he's never getting out. But no, where would I go, bro? I don't know. I go like to when we have flying cars and shit, bro. I don't know. There's nothing in the past for me. I
Trying
feel
to
like
kick it with the
you know what I'm saying?
Jetsons.
Exactly, man. I'm trying to fly and shit, bro. I need an Iron Man suit, bro. That's what I need. I need a
There you
suit of
go.
iron, bro. But where are you going, man?
I'm going to feudal Japan, bro. I'm gonna be the second black samurai.
W. Why not
'Cause
be the
once they-
first?
Nah, bro, I'm trying to kick it with Yasuke.
Okay.
Yusuke. Yasuke. It's Yasuke.
Yasuke.
Yusuke is fuck, what was that anime? Yu Yu Hakusho. Yusuke
Yeah.
Urameshi. But Yasuke, the black samurai, he's gotta go. I'm gonna be kicking it with bro. I'm gonna be hitting that shinobi pose, cutting niggas in half. Like this, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna
Good
be
day.
cool. Exactly. I'm gonna be like the penitent samurai, where it's like the one tear coming down. Like I'm sorry.
You're behind the hat, yeah.
Exactly. They don't need to see that shit, but they know my heart. They know my heart. And for our last question, this one's important, so I want you to think about this carefully, Paul.
Calculate.
Would you rather clog the toilet during a job interview or on a first date? Let's say both of them are going really well. You've locked the job. You're the person you're on a date with is really feeling you. You're back at their place. Y'all are kicking it. But you're both times you're like, excuse me, I have to use the restroom. You say polite, like, because you ain't trying to tell them you're about to blow that shit up. But like, what were we thinking, bro? What are we thinking?
Job interview, 100%.
Okay.
Yup.
Yep.
Even if it was like your dream job.
Oh yeah. Because truthfully, like that's a company, so like they can
Mhm.
afford the
Mm-hmm.
unclog it with the toilet.
Yep.
So they'll be able to. You can even blame it on someone else. Be like, just this toilet is clogged by someone else. It's a little more anonymous, like in a place like that. But if you go to your girl's place and you clog the toilet there ain't nobody else there to kind of like.
Exactly, bro. Like, oh shit,
It's
was
either
why I
her or
got here,
you.
man.
So
Walk out, be like, damn, they were blowing that shit up. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, that's not wrong. You're not wrong. Because honestly,
Man,
yeah.
that's a little
Yeah, I
thorough
mean,
one
you
right there,
blow
man.
the toilet up at your date's place, she's gonna be like, come on, bro. I mean,
Exactly.
hold up. Young Flex God, he had a point though. Shout out Young Flex God.
Yeah, shot. Yeah.
But he was someone we interviewed recently. He said if you do it at your girl's place, you just gotta joke it off. You're like, hey man, you know what? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens.
that's the first date though, so you don't got that relationship with them yet.
It depends on how well that date goes, bro.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Because my first date, I was cool as fuck. I say that she'd be like, you, but nah, man, it was cool. It was cool. But
chilling, man.
hey, man.
Smooth
But yeah,
like
that
butter.
makes sense.
Yes, sir, man.
But
Cool.
yeah, man, thank you for coming on the podcast. Appreciate you. That was our last question.
That was our
Before
last
we
question, yeah.
before we head out, did you have anything you wanted to plug? Your Twitch, your Twitter, TikTok, socials?
Truthfully, like this is a branding tip for everyone. Make sure your all your socials and all your Twitch are as closely aligned as they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you can catch me all at Paul Delos, and the only difference is Twitter or X. You gotta add the underscore at the end because someone else had the name before me. So I'm like, all right. But yeah, Paul Delos at Twitch, on Instagram, on X with the underscore, and yeah, that's all I got.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah,
just dropped a
nice.
follow, so the
W.
next time you go live, I'm gonna be in there watching you whoop ass in Tekken, bro.
Yes,
Nah, I've
sir.
been struggling, so it's gonna be pretty
Totally.
ugly.
Hey man, then we can
We
chill out with
learning,
some
bro. We learning.
TCG card shop simulation, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no,
cool
I've been
too.
chilling with that.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been
There we
I've been
go.
taking some time off with Tekken with that. So
I've been
Nice,
there.
man.
You just been like, like you play in that game that you're just locked the fuck into, and then you get whooped a couple times. You're like, maybe we should play something else. Maybe
yeah, for a couple of days.
yeah, just because I sometimes you just feel yourself like the
Mhm.
anger or whatever frustration rising inside you, and you're like, you
Yeah.
know what, bro? I choose the path of peace. Let's play some Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yeah.
But anyways, bro, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming on the podcast. We're about to sign off now. So my name has been Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Wuzzy. And today I'm here with my co-host.
The big going from us, aka David. And today our special guest has been
Paul Delos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big Paul.
All right.
Yo. All right, boys.
Y'all take care.